Good evening, folks. You are watching Aquathereal. Today we're going to be taking this micro beta tank and turning it into a micro terrarium. So to start this off, I've taken some ammo carb and I've put it in the bottom here. I wet it first, rinsed all the gravel and dust out of it, just so I don't have anything floating up if it gets too watery. This is going to be more ideal for something like a lizard or snail, spider, something small that doesn't need a lot of room. So I'm just patting out the gravel here, getting it all nice and flush. That way I have a good even layer to put the rest of the landscape on. As you can see, it's nice and level. It's going to be perfect for the rocks that need to go on top of it. So I've grabbed these rocks just from the street. Grabbed some broken pieces of sticks and chipped wood and stuff as well. So what I did is filled this with water to separate all of the light debris like the wood and any kind of particles and stuff from the rocks themselves. Just give it a little shake. And then here I take all the pieces out of the top. You can achieve this by using a cup in between the wall of your sink and the cup itself, and it will hold the bag up actually pretty well. Take all the stuff out, dump it out. We'll get some nice clean rocks that'll be ready to place. So I sped this up just because, you know, else it'd be a 45-minute video. That you can see me placing the rocks here. In the future I will get a tripod so I can get some cleaner shots. So here I am outside, just in my garden. So I'm going to be using black earth soil, I believe it's called. And I've sped this up too. So you just want to put a good layer, maybe an inch, 2 inches maximum, just so you have some room for the plants that you're going to be planting inside of it. Because they're going to need some soil, and then they will reach down in between the rocks with their roots. The plants that I pick are random. I think there's like a 4-leaf clover, some wheatgrass, maybe tulips. So here we go with some wheatgrass. In hindsight, I've kind of should have planted these a little bit forward because I wanted to make a rock wall, but you'll see what I did after the fact. So you just want to make sure you dig down pretty good until you feel the rocks. Flatten the roots out, cover them up good, and pinch both sides. And here we have another piece of wheatgrass. Don't be afraid to push dirt around, you can always fix it later. I initially had wanted to set this up for a dried out snail that I found, but when I watered the snail I found that the snail was not in its shell. So this will be used for something else in the future. And here I have a little piece of, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but put it in the corner there. keep it out of the way. Whatever you have living inside, you want to give them enough room to run around, but also some places where they can feel like they can hide. This, I believe, is lily, or could be tiger lily too. All the plants like it are pretty small at this point. But it'll be a nice big tall piece. For that one I went a little bit deeper. I pushed some of the rocks to the side to push the root down in. I want to make sure it's nice and good there. We'll adjust that a bit more when we wet the soil as well. Make a little hill here, incline. I'm going to put some of those sticks across it so it's a little hiding area. As you can see, I'm using a spoon. I can't find my garden shovels. That spoon works pretty good. Here's some 3-leaf clover. The best thing about clover is it doesn't fight with roots of other plants. Kind of just grows with them. Just gently tuck it into its soil blanket. And this will be the last little bit that we do out here. Found this random, not sure what it is, but we're gonna put it in there anyways. So after this I will have lined the back wall and the right wall with some plants. And they'll get bigger and they'll cover more of the area as well. In future videos I'll be doing more sophisticated setups as well. This just felt like a fun little thing that I could do in the meantime. So now that everything's planted, let's take her back inside. So this is just going to be sped up of me doing a nice heavy watering. The plants are a bit droopy because it hasn't rained in a few days, so I want to give them a good amount of water here to allow the carbon to clean it and do its job. This will also help the roots settle in a lot quicker as well. So as you can see, everything's looking pretty kosher so far. So we'll just give these panes a little wipe so that you can see what I'm doing inside. pretty good there. Now we're going to want to add some rocks and some wood pieces. Not being extremely selective of where I put them, we can figure that out after everything's put inside. Again, you want to have an adequate amount of room for whatever creature is going to be in there to move around and also to hide. Now anything that I put in here, I'm not worried about them escaping because I do have a lid for it. So putting some climbing sticks up here to the right won't cause too much of an issue. Just going to put the sticks in the ground a little bit there, make sure they stay sturdy. Here I'm creating a little bridge, put another piece across it, so it's a good little hut for it to hide, but also for it to climb across as well, whatever it may be. The way that I have this set up, it should be self-sustaining for a long time to come. So I'll let you guys see what it looks like from the top. So as you can see, there's lots of little places to run around, places to hide, things to climb on, to sit on. Pretty ideal for a snail or spider or a small lizard. And here is the end product. I just took some aquarium backboard with the moss showing and taped it on there. Gave it a little bit more water, you can see the difference in the layers. And that's the end result. I'll be doing lots more videos in the future. Please give a subscribe and a like if you like what you saw and like to see more content. And go check out Aquathereal on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.